Hello and welcome to Lightworks. In this video we're going to have a look at some new keyboard shortcut entries added to Lightworks version 12.5. Over to the editor preferences and let's launch the assignments panel. The first shortcut we're going to take a look at is a way to switch between the next and previous bin in a group. Let's do a quick search. So to switch to the next bin I'm going to assign Control N and add that. To go to the previous bin in the group, I'm going to assign Control P. Let's see that in action. So in my content manager, I've got a couple of groups here, and here's the bins inside them. Now I can use Control N or Control P to scroll through the list, but the functionality doesn't stop there. If I tear out this group to the desktop, and we open up one of the bins so you can see the bins in the group tabbed across the top. Now, using Control N on the keyboard allows me to switch between the tabbed bins in the group, or Control P for previous. And as we switch focus between the groups, the top leftmost tile will be highlighted in each bin. But I might want to have multiple bin windows open. Let's just tidy up the workspace. As well as cycling through bins in a group, the previous and next bin command can also cycle through open bins that belong to a group on your Lightworks desktop. If I use Control N now, the bins cycle through the open bin windows. Let's just clear these away. There's also a shortcut now to focus on the Everything filter in the Content Manager. I've assigned Control and E. On the Content Manager, press Control E and the filter Everything is displayed. The next function we're going to look at is making the marked range of a source clip into an edit. This function here, I'm going to assign Control H for this function. I've got a source shot here with just a V track. I'm going to mark and park a section. In my case I'm going to use the whole range. Pressing Control H now simply makes the source into a live record edit. If we open up the timeline, there we go. Now I'm going to put some audio into this. We've got some great new shortcuts for adding audio or video tracks to the edit as you please. For a new audio track, I'm going to use Control S for sound, and for a new video track, I'm going to use Control I for image. Back to the edit, Control S, S, S adds the individual audio tracks, and Control I adds our video tracks. I've got a separate piece of audio that goes with this video. I need to sync them together. I'm just going to drop that into the timeline and use the align marks function to sync them together. I've got my video sync frame here, and I've got a 1 frame tone burst on the timeline here. To use the align marks function, let's quickly map a keyboard shortcut to that. Back to the preferences, search align, and here's the function. Automatically trim unjoined tracks to align the marks. I'm going to assign Control K for this function. Deselecting all tracks, apart from the video track. I'm going to add a mark that marks the sync frame. Deselecting all tracks again, just selecting the audio track. I'm going to mark my burst frame with a mark there. Now both points are marked. I just need to choose the appropriate trim mode to align them. Holding my Alt key, clicking the inside edges of the audio, I'm going to slip into place using the align function. Control K. Now the marks are synced and the dialogue's ready.
What? Nothing. Come on, what is it?
Forget about it. How's your coffee?
It's great, but...
Did you know that Sue left Mark?
The next keyboard shortcut relates to dumping Lightworks memory usage into your error log. Here's the memory report. For development purposes, if you're having issues with memory usage, we may ask you to do this from time to time and send us the error log. To dump the current reclaimable memory and usage allotment Lightworks is using on your system to the error log, we can now hit the shortcut. I'm going to assign Control and U to dump the memory, add the key, hit Control U. A memory report has been appended to the error log. Closing Lightworks. Let's have a quick look in the error log, and down at the bottom the memory report we just requested has been printed to the error log. Okay, back to Lightworks for the last two keyboard shortcut updates. There's a handy new feature to freeze a frame on the timeline. You can now hold a frame for a marked section or from the play position until the next cut. I'm going to assign Control and F for freeze. Let's check it out. On the boat shot here, let's freeze a frame. If I hit play, I'm going to freeze just there. If I hit Control F, the cut is added on the timeline, and this section here now has a speed 0, effectively holding the frame until the next cut. If you want to hold the frame and then pick up the action after the freeze, simply add an empty cut by pressing C on the keyboard on your video track here, and then we'll set the speed of this clip back to 100. We play, then freeze, and then return to normal play. If I undo that, alternatively, I could mark and park a section for the freeze, press Ctrl F, and now I've got my freeze frame section here. Another new feature in version 12.5 is color lookup table file support. You can find out more about that function in another Lightworks version 12.5 update video. Lookup table color looks can be applied to the project globally or to individual clips. You go to your project card and go to the video tab. You'll find the viewing LUT set up. We've got all these LUTs here. If I apply a simple S-curve to all my edits and clips globally, I can enable and disable the preview here. There's the viewing LUT applied, and we can toggle that off just by pressing the LED. The shortcut related to toggling on and off the viewing LUT is again a new keyboard shortcut. Toggle viewing LUT. I'm going to use Ctrl L. We'll add that, and now if I hit Ctrl L, the look is on globally, Ctrl L, the look is off. And remember, all that's happening is the LED here is being toggled. Ctrl L, Ctrl L to toggle it all off again. The next shortcuts we've added relate to audio tracks and the ability to toggle muting or to toggle solo status of your audio track channels on the audio mixer. You'll find the toggle mute and solo commands here. Toggle mute for tracks A1 through A16, and toggle solo, again tracks A1 through A16. For soloing, I've set up the shortcuts using Control and the numbers across the top of the keyboard. For the muting, I've used Shift and the numbers across the top of the keyboard. Let's see that in action. First of all, solo, Control and the numbers. On tracks 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 I've got stereo audio, so you only need to press the first channel number to be able to toggle the stereo pair on and off. So if I play back and I want to solo A7, Control 7. Western Pacific Ocean, consisting of two main islands, both marked by volcanoes and glaciation. On the North Island, capital Wellington's dramatic setting, including Mount Victoria, the Fiordland and Southern Lakes, stood in for mythical Middle-earth in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy. And let's kill the solo. Now for muting, I'm going to mute A5 and A6 and then unmute A3 and A4. Let's mute the voiceover on 7. Hit play.
1, 2, 3.
Mute A5 and 6. Unmute 3 and 4. Finally, a really handy new feature for exporting a still frame from your edit in a shortcut. It's called Save Current Frame. I've assigned Shift and F. It will save the record edit's current frame as a PNG file and reveal it in your user documents pictures folder. Control F, and there's the frame exported. Well, we hope you enjoyed the new keyboard shortcut updates in version 12.5. Thanks for watching.